Well, Boris Johnson might be celebrating becoming a father again today, but here at Westminster there's not really that much for him to celebrate. The mood among his Conservative backbenchers is absolutely toxic. They're really, really angry, and they're angry about two things. Firstly, how these claims about a party at Downing Street last Christmas have been handled, and which have really dominated the last 24 hours. But I think looking further ahead, they're more angry about the new COVID Plan B measures.
It's now the proportionate and the responsible thing to move to Plan B in England.
We saw it last night in the House of Commons when Sajid Javid started laying out the new measures to MPs. He was openly heckled by members of his own party.
We said that we'd act if the NHS was likely to come under unsustainable pressure.
And then we've seen it again this morning with a number of MPs lining up to criticise the measures. We've heard terms like disgraceful and unacceptable. Even Steve Baker calling on his fellow Conservative MPs to vote against the measures in maximum numbers next week. So it's really shaping up to be quite a fight, I think, this one. Quite a test for Boris Johnson. Probably worth just setting out the process and the new measures. So the three big things that are coming in under Plan B are the sort of extension of mandatory face masks in more indoor settings. So at the moment you have to wear a face mask if you are on public transport or if you are in shops. That will be extended to more indoor venues. The guidance will be to work from home from Monday, where people can. And then the big one, I think, the big lightning rod, I think, for Boris Johnson will be this one on COVID certification, vaccine passports to get into certain venues, which is really hated by the libertarian wing of the Conservative Party. In terms of the actual sort of parliamentary process, so while the work from home guidance is just that, it is guidance, it doesn't require any new legislation. There will need to be votes in the House of Commons next Tuesday on the COVID passports and the face coverings, and those will be put to MPs to decide on. The government is likely to win those because Labour have said that they will back them, but the size of the rebellion will be really, really interesting to watch. Remember, all of this comes on the back of a number of real problems for Boris Johnson over the last few months. We've had the Owen Paterson-Sleaze storm, we've had allegations of U-turns by the government, concerns over the downgrading of HS2 and social care reforms, and now, of course, this week, the whole affair of the Christmas party, a sense that Downing Street has really not got a grip of situations as they come up. So I think next week's vote will be a real test, with some MPs predicting a record rebellion, and that would have to beat 53 on COVID restrictions last year, where 53 Tory MPs voted against those measures. But the mood, as I say, is really, really toxic, and I think it's turning out to be a real test, this, for Boris Johnson's premiership.